Hello, welcome back to Bad's Garage. I'm just currently in the garage at the minute sorting out this front wheel on this Bandit, because as you might remember, this tyre keeps going down on here, so I need to get it off anyway, if anything, to try and get it sorted out so it doesn't leak. But obviously we've got this wheel here that I need to put on. Now I've had a few issues putting it on, and one thing I have noticed is when I put it on, I noticed that behind here, let's flip the camera around, behind here where the disc meets the caliper, I don't know if you can, hang on a minute, let's put it under there. Yeah, when I put it on, I mean that's missing at the minute. When I put it on, that was so close, and that's the carrier to the brake caliper, and it was like it was pretty much touching. So there was a bit of flashing on there, which I've filed away, but it just weren't sitting right. So I was having a look at the wheel, and I looked through the manual, and according to the manual, this spacer should be the other way around, with this flat bit here in the wheel. But then if you have that in the wheel, you can't have the dust cap on there. But obviously when I first got this bike, that's the way that spacer was, and that's how I've been putting it in, and that's how it's been in with the other wheel on. But obviously when I put this wheel in, it's probably more to do with the fact that these are brand new discs, and they're at least 2 mil thicker on each side than that one, and it was just concerning me that that gap was so tight. But then I realised that this fork leg, this side, it's not actually the position of this fork leg is not governed by this spacer, because this spacer hits this axle hits this spacer and pushes the wheel that way, and with these two nuts loose, you see, you can literally pry that back to make that gap in there correct, and that's what I've had to do. Now I don't know whether it's because this, let me get the other torch, and I don't know if it's because maybe the spacers slightly worn a bit, but then again I think to myself, it doesn't really matter, because this spacer is interfecting where this fork is, because once this axle's all tightened up, you can literally pull this back this way if you want to, ever so slightly, which then governs where that where that plate sits. So I've managed to fit the wheel. It's obviously a little bit tighter than the other one because it's got new discs on it, and the pads have got a rebed into there, but nothing's actually catching anymore. Not that it was catching anyway, should I say. It was just so close I couldn't tell if it was catching, and I wouldn't really know unless I rode it. But basically what I've had to do is, once the wheel's on, I've had to put a little bit of a pry bar in there just to tweak the fork leg this way, just to clear, or to make sure that I have cleared, can't see in here, just to make sure that I have cleared that gap there. Because like I say, when I first put it in, that gap, well, it didn't really exist. I mean, it's closed now, but just imagine that gap. I mean, yeah, it's close now, but that gap was closer than that. So basically what I've had to do is just tweak that leg out, because with these loose, this leg's free to move left or right. So I've just had to tweak that out. Maybe what I'm going to have to do is just unbolt everything, including this brace, and do the jumpy downy thing to try and resettle everything. But you know, I think I'll be all right. But obviously, when I first put it on, I was thinking, damn, that's way too close. Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't actually going to video this because it's just me changing a wheel, but I thought I'll stick it on anyway, because obviously that's kind of baffled me. I'm just wondering whether there should be, but mind you, it doesn't say in the book there should be an additional spacer to push the fork out that way ever so slightly. I don't know, but it all just seemed a bit close to me. But we'll give it a bash over the next week and see how it is. But like I say, nothing's catching, but everything was very close. I've had a few days off because I've been busy at work. I haven't got any further with the XJ, but you know, I'm going to continue on with the wiring of that one. Now that I've got this fingers crossed sorted and I don't bugger anything on, but you know, we'll get that tyre fixed, and if I have to put that one back on there, then I will. But I think we'll be all right. Yeah, we'll be fine. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later. Cheers. Got to admit as well, it definitely looks better with a polished rim. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that back one sorted out, because I think that definitely looks better like that. Nice.